obviously, before, I knew Alex before, and over the 2 years, have gotten close with him. He's a good friend. So anytime that something like that happens, it's just a sad day. It's a sad time for all of us, organization, fans who loved him, and a good reason why they loved him. He's a good guy. He cares about people, cares about the players tremendously, and it's just a shame.
What did it mean to you to spend time as the bench coach with him over these years?
Going back to where he played for me in AA, and I thought a lot about him then. He was a very smart player and really understood the little things that you had to do to be a great player and to win. And so that carried over into him as a manager, and walking in the first time as a manager, he was impressive. And I hate to talk about him like he was, but I guess that's the case. But anyway, learned really fast, great feel. Like I said, really cared about the players. But I think as sometimes when you're an extra player, Alex was most of his career. Sometimes he was a starter, but I think you learn a lot when you change teams. I think you learn a lot, and he learned a lot. So when he took over this job, he was really good.
Your name has come up as an interim or possible solution as far as manager. You've got managerial experience. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I enjoyed it, my time when I did it with Milwaukee, and so we'll see what happens there. But it's hard to think about things when it's so recent what happened to him. And we had dinner with him a couple nights ago, and so it's hard.
Ron, when we asked Chaim about the status of the coaching staff, given the fact that Alex isn't here, he said, wasn't sure at this point. And, how tough is that uncertainty with spring training starting a few weeks? You don't know if the staff is being retained. You don't know if you might be working for a new manager, whether you might not be here at all, whether you yourself could be a candidate. And this is not usually what you're going through at the end of January.
No, so late. I don't think any of the coaches really feel that way. I think we all feel like we're going to be back. I know things, I guess, could change, but we all feel like we're going to be back, and we're preparing to try to get through this and to have a good season. So there's a lot of stuff that could happen. We certainly can't control any of that, and we're just trying to go about what we usually do this time of year and preparing.
Ron, have you been interviewed yet by Major League Baseball?
I really don't want to comment on that. We're not supposed to, so I really can't say what has taken place so far.
What do you think of this time going on right now in baseball, someone who's been in the game so long?
It's obviously a tough time, and I know things over the years, maybe some little things have happened before, but when something like this comes out, it obviously damages the game, and I think that it just, you try to get past it, you try to do things the right way. I came from being with Mike Scioscia for a long time in Anaheim, and it was something really important to Mike, was how we went about things as a staff and what we did. And I kind of took that same philosophy when I went over to Milwaukee and managed. And I just always felt like there was lots of things that we could do on the field. I know when I was a third base coach, I could have given pitches to the hitters, since 2000 when I was in the big leagues. And that's legal to do from the third base box, but I didn't think it was right, so I didn't do it.
So when you heard about the Astros and what they were doing, what were your thoughts?
It's just kind of the same thing. You're in an organization sometimes where you're trying to do everything you can to win, and sometimes you go beyond that line.
How saddened were you to see that report and to see what's going on here?
Look, I spent so many years playing this game and trying to do things the right way. It's hard. It hurts in all areas. you try to, you try to raise your kids and doing things the right way, and you try to live your life that way. You try to be that way in your career. And so anytime you see that, it hurts. But I also realize that we all screw up. I've screwed up. Everybody has. And it just happened that this was a huge deal in what happened. And it's sad to see that for the game, sad to see that for their organization. And I know we're going through it in ours, and we'll see what happens there.
Did you ever feel like the Red Sox crossed the line? Did you ever see anything that made you?
No. But I've been here for 2 years, and I know this is going on. I know we had a tremendous team in 18, but beyond that, I really don't want to comment on it.
A week ago, before any of this had happened, did you still think, you know what, I could be a manager someday, or were you content in the role?
Oh, I'm always content in the role. Coaching is fun. It's a fun job. It's managing is challenging. I enjoy it. I love the challenge of it. But I wasn't really thinking about it too much. But my phone, was lit up every day from my friends or whoever, and saying this was a possibility.
Ron, how concerned are you that you might be collateral damage just because you were on this staff?
Oh, it would be concerning if something happened that I knew I wasn't part of, that I was brought into as part of that, because I know what I do, and I knew I always try to do things the right way.
With the investigation underway, I know there's a limit to what you can say, but can you share with us what you felt when the allegations about the 2018 team were revealed in the Athletic, and some of the details about the video were on?
Well, I think when you work as hard as we do at this job, and when you see a team that comes together like we did in 18, and I've never been with a team that good. I've been with a lot of really good teams, but never that good. And to see what we did through the whole season, and then to have something, an allegation made that deters from that feeling of what we accomplished, it's hard, because your friends hear that, your family hear that, and they question, like everybody else has, and so to do something that good and then have it maybe tarnished some is tough.
Did the degree of details surprise you? Did the degree of the details surprise you?
I don't know. I don't really want to comment too much on that. So. Okay, thanks, guys.